Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here's a throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Saints grab it! And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown! The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Here's a give up the middle. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Third down from the gun. That's complete to Leggett. This gets the 1st and more. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get it down to a single point. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Let's go. Plowing up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Third and 4 coming up now. He'll look to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And it's going to be Panthers football. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Let's go now. Running this one left. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Throwing from the gun here. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. Running back, motioning right. complete beyond the marker. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
60 Bobcats. Here we go. Shot. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
Back now, pressure on its way. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on third and long. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a second quarter lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff here for Miller. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Handoff now to the receiver. He spins right by him. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
2nd and 10 now. Hits his tight end on the corner route. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On the give, it's Miller. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Saints pushing for a score before the break. And the Panthers into the nickel set. Third down coming. He's dropping back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
19-9. Here we go.
They'll throw it. Caught, nice gain left side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch? Yeah, that looked good, but you got to get both feet down, too.
And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Panthers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing now, off play action. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Panthers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
His return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the offense gets it back, but of little consequence here. We've reached halftime in this one. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, a give to Miller. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Throwing from the gun. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. He's going to throw this one. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Coming left is Miller. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Throwing with a blitz on the way. On the move, headed right. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes, no place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. Still going inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Return starts at the 3. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. 18, right here. Go.
Setting up a throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to...
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
18 left.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This one intended for the running back. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Back to throw, needing a first. This is complete to Olave. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Now an inside handoff to Miller. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Working quickly here. Running once more with Miller. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Again, it's Miller. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick. Here we go, set. Go.
Throwing off the play fake here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Legette's got it. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Putting a receiver in motion. Back now, pressure on its way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Go. 19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Check go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Got it. Ready.
back to the well again. Room to run inside the 20. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
60 Bobcat. Let's go now.
This time it's a passing play. Has it in close. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers put up even more points in a win. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Short pass caught by his tight end. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Saints hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
From the 29. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Here we go, set.
Running back sent in motion. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Trying the right side. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Now a give left side. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Now we're on the counter. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They give it to him again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.